Okay, well, we are going to get started, you guys. We are recording this for those of you who are not able to watch it. We'll watch it later. We are going to do a quick little training on the Green Talks program. First, before we get started, I just want to kind of give you an idea of what the Green Talks is and how it came about, because this is the first time our Success Line has done this program. A sideline of ours that we know well kind of came up with this program, and the reason behind it was we like to offer lots of different things for our potential or for our clients, and many of us have had a lot of success with the 30-day program, but I know we miss out on a lot of people saying yes because of 30 days. And so what we like to offer this, because clearly, people can do anything for 10 days is what we really believe. And this is different. So Beth's going to talk a little bit about, what the program has done for her and some things that I think you guys will really get a lot from. But so I can introduce, this is Beth Rudy. She is an area manager. And what I want to say about Beth, first of all, she is really on fire with her business right now. And she is really having some success with this program, with this 10-day Green Talks. And that's why we asked her to share, first of all. But I think, when you're out there and you are doing something that you're expecting people to do, you have to do it too. It's a lot easier to sell the idea and the concept. And she's getting the results that she wanted, which will be easier for her to talk to people about it down the road. So Beth, I'll let you go ahead and take it away. And then before we wrap up, I'm going to share some upcoming dates of some of the programs that we're offering in the end of November through December. So we'll wrap that up with that at the end. So Beth, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Susanna. Hello, everyone. I am excited that you guys asked me to talk today because I'm loving this Green Talks. I actually am loving it. I really kind of the only way to say it is I'd really let myself go. I had been eating sugar like just nobody's business. And so when it came up as we were doing this 10-day Green Talks, I thought, well, what a great way, number one, to get back on track without having to really commit to 30 days, especially right now because of the holidays and stuff. And number two, I'm a strong believer, and I heard this when I first started Arbonne, but I'm a strong believer that anything that I'm going to ask either my clients or my team to do or to try to sell or whatnot, I really feel like I should have done it. So it's like when Beth Malcook often says, if you haven't tried something in the catalog, you might as well take a big black marker and cross through it. I kind of feel the same way about our programs. So if I didn't do the 30-day program, how do I really talk to doing the 30-day program? And if I don't do the 10-day Green Talks, how do I really talk to doing it? So I think if you haven't done one or both, especially if you're new, obviously you're not going to probably have done the 30-day, but I really suggest doing the 10-day Green Talks because I think that it is the only real way to talk to how it works. If it's, people are going to think, is it that bad? All of that. So you can answer all those questions. So again, I had really kind of let myself go. And I wanted to get something to get me back on track. So that way the holidays wouldn't just be a continuation of how bad things were going. So a lot of times when I talk to my clients, that's kind of where I say is that, this one that's coming up before Christmas, it's a really great thing to jump on now because otherwise your holiday eating could spiral completely out of control. And I think once you start that 10-day, you don't want to ruin or wreck all the good results you've had by shoving crap in your mouth and wrecking all of it. It'd make the 10 days not even worth it. So I think that is another reason to do it, because I don't know that I would have been able to really talk to that if I weren't already doing it. So I had a lot of hesitations about starting the program. I love coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. It's my, what did I call it? My dark mistress. It is my it is there. It's beckoning me day, night, doesn't matter. I love coffee. And that was really my biggest. Coffee and sugar. I'm addicted to sugar. It was just Halloween. I swear I lived off of Three Musketeers probably for 3 weeks. So I am now sugar-free. I am coffee-free for, 8 days now. And I will say the first 3 days were hard. It showed me how bad my addiction had gotten. And I think as somebody who's recovered from an alcohol addiction, I know that when my body is like responding to something so physically that I've now quit, there was a problem, right? You know, your body's not going to go into shock if you quit broccoli or something like that, but it is definitely sugar, caffeine, those things your body doesn't like. So it's gonna be, you know, but it like develops an addiction to, just like alcohol, just like drugs, all of that. So I was scared about committing to the 10 days before Thanksgiving, knowing that I would be cooking a lot and doing baking and things like that. But I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to do this. And my results have been kind of phenomenal. I don't even understand. It really makes me like sad about how bad things must have been, because I have lost 12 pounds, which is a darn miracle, a little over 12 pounds actually, in 8 days. And I work out. I mean, I'm one of those people that even though I say constantly in my presentations, you can't out exercise a bad diet, I still think you can. So I can't. So I have lost 12 pounds. I've lost some inches. I haven't really, I don't have one of those measure things. So I have to use like a piece of rope and then measure it with a ruler. So I haven't really, but I know it's happening. And I feel awesome. I sleep so soundly. Like if I get woken up, it's because of my dog or my kids. It is not because of myself. Like I don't wake up just, oh, and now I can't get back to sleep. I'm sleeping completely soundly through the night, which I didn't even realize I wasn't until I now am. I have more energy. I feel happier, just happier. So it is totally worth doing if you have not done it yet. And you can speak to all these things. Please use me as a guide if you haven't until you are able to do your own. I think that doing it is the best advertisement because people are going to notice your skin looks better. People are going to notice that you've lost weight. People are going to notice those things and they're going to ask you what you're doing. And that's when you can say, oh my gosh, I've got this great thing that I'm doing. I've got this 10-day detox that makes me, or green tox, makes me feel awesome. And I'm now noticing too, I had never been consistent with using the greens balance. And now that I'm using it consistently every single day, that's a game changer. I think that product gives you more energy than the fizz sticks do if you're taking it consistently because it's that long day energy. So one of the things that was interesting for me is that I always really tried to avoid nutrition presentations because I'm better at skincare and I'm better with cosmetics and it's outside my comfort zone. I feel like now everyone's going to roll their eyes, but I always feel like the chubby girl trying to talk to a bunch of skinny people about nutrition. Like, how are they going to take me seriously? You know? So I always try to avoid it. Even though I walk in confident, I still have the inner chubby girl, like telling me these little things that make me maybe feel not worthy. Right. So I now feel, I'm feeling more confident because I can say, I know I'm not where I need to be, but I'm on my way. And so that makes me more confident. I had a nutrition presentation last night. It was like a crazy awesome party. It was probably one of my higher parties in sales. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I think it's because I could really speak with passion for the first time doing a nutrition presentation because I knew what was going on. I knew what was working and I could kind of talk to that. I'm like living it out. So I really think that you want to be calling your customers right now and either sharing your own results if you're doing it or sharing other people's results and saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to jump on this. We're going to have this Facebook page. It's going to be phenomenal. The results are crazy from the first one and it's only 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days. I mean, really, like Shannon said before everybody jumped on, if I can quit drinking for 4 years, almost 5 years, you guys can do a green tox for 10 days. Like it's not that hard. And the results are going to be so worth it. And you are going to have repeat customers out of it. So I just think I'm loving this program. I wish you guys all the best of luck because I think that we've just been given, it's just like the Genius Ultra. We have just been given this like another gift to sell because we had the 30-day program and a lot of people were like, nah, not going to do that because it was 30 days. And so we've almost been given this like little present of like, go share this with the world because this is going to get more and more people to eat healthier and make better choices. So thank you all for listening to me. I hope I didn't talk too fast.
Beth, that was awesome. And I love your vulnerability and your sense of humor. And I think, you know, a lot of people probably feel that way, especially in the beginning of the business when they're like, how am I supposed to go in and sit in front of a room of women? And like, my thing was, how am I supposed to talk about cosmetics? Like, I don't wear a lot and I don't know a lot. So, but everything that we share is stuff we've learned. And Beth is a prime example of she's learning because she's doing it. And what I love about this program is it's only 10 days. You guys could start on Monday and you could be so much more knowledgeable about every single one of our nutrition products by whatever date 10 days is after November 28th. So I highly, highly encourage you guys to get involved and participate as soon as you can. So thank you, Beth. Last thing I want to do before we wrap up, unless Shannon has anything else, is mention
Can I just share a little bit more about the healthy habits? Beth talking made me like, oh, so the 10-day, you guys, I agree. Everything Beth said is spot on. And if you aren't using the nutrition and speaking it, you're not going to sell it. She nailed it, because my story was exactly the same. And I saw results when I started just using the protein powder and fizz sticks. Like, that's all I did was protein powder and fizz sticks and saw results. So do something. And so we have this other healthy habits group starting too, which is like, I think of like, we have these 3 groups now. It's like beginning, intermediate, advanced. Like 30-day are going to be for your people who like really want to make some major lifestyle changes. They are willing to do that month-long detox, cut out, you know, all those acidic, addictive foods. The 10-day, you do need to have some discipline because you are cutting everything out, and the meals are a little bit more advanced that you're choosing from, and you have 3 days that are like primarily liquid diet days. But this healthy habits group, I think, is for your people who are like scared to death of doing anything, but they want some kind of change in their life. And maybe they have a really bad pop or soda addiction, or eat a lot of fast food, or maybe they're very, very overweight and they just want something to kickstart, but they can't cut out gluten, dairy, alcohol, everything all at once. So this healthy habits group, I think, is going to be your option for those people who are like, no way, I can't do this, I can't cut this out. And it's going to be much more beginner for those people who just need to start somewhere. And it's not going to be so overwhelming where they have to give up everything all at once. And Susanna's going to share those dates too. So there's a lot of options right now for all levels of people, which I think is just awesome for our customers, because they really can't say to you, unless they just don't care about their health, that there's not a fit for them for one of these groups.
Right. Okay, that's awesome. And if you guys are wondering where the information is for all of these, there's flyers and everything. We make it so easy. So on our Facebook Jake Lumen region page and on Beth's The Mall Cook Nation page, we have the Green Tox flyer, the packages that you can literally save to your phone and send out to people. That's what I did for this last one, and I have 16 people participating. And then the holiday healthy habits, is that what it's called, Shannon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that one is also on there, and it's 3 pages. So that one is harder to text to people unless you just text the front page, but you can send it in an email as a follow-up. So that's where all the information is. So if you have questions about that, ask afterwards, but let me give you the dates. So on Monday, the 28th, we are going to be starting 2 things. We have the second round of the 10-day Green Tox, and Beth Malcook will be doing those posts. We also have the Holiday Healthy Habits. I'm not sure who's doing that one.
Well, I think that one will be in smaller regions.
Okay.
So we'll do it. I'll run it. But you guys, just so you know, that group is not going to be an everyday post. It's going to be very laid back. It's going to be very different than the 30-day group. There's not going to be daily posts, but there will be like ways to infuse water, so you can have like fun alternatives to drink your water. So like 15 minutes a day, you should be moving. I mean, it's going to be very, very different, and it will be much more laid back because it's the holidays. Like, we don't expect people not to go to their holiday gatherings and not have, indulge a little bit. So it's going to look a little different than the 30-day or the 10-day groups, for sure.
Each of the groups has a Facebook page that is closed, and so there will be posts. It just might be as intense. Okay, so we have the 2 of those that start on Monday. So one is the holiday healthy habits. The other one is the 10-day Green Tox. I will start another 10-day Green Tox for our regions on December 5th. So those of you that are just wrapping up the first 10-day or going to do the next 10-day, even after 3 days, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is the real deal, start talking about it now. Talk to your family and friends over the holidays, especially after after they eat that huge meal on Thursday and they're like, oh my God, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about it. And so that one will be on the 5th. And then we're also going to do another one on the 9th of January. So that gives us a little bit of time then after New Year's to introduce the Green Talks again. So December 28th or November 28th is our next one. And then I will do December 5th and January 9th. And then on January 2nd is our 30-day program, our next 30 Days to Healthy Living program. Shannon's going to run that for our regions. And that one, really, a lot of people will take advantage of that, even though it's like no drinking, but people are ready and looking for something in January. So you want to start.
Yeah, we had like 700 people in our nation last year or something like that. Yeah. 700 people in Beth's nation did that healthy 30-day program last year. So
and
it is talking about it to people.
A great month. Yeah. So that's all I think we have right now for the training. What we're going to do, we're going to hang up, and then you guys can log back on at 7:30, and we will do a different format for our virtual Discover Arbonne than we've done the last couple months. I think you'll like it. So if you've got any guests, hopefully they'll jump on. I'll also record that and then share that on once we're done, we'll share that on our webpage as well. So, all right, we'll see you guys in 11 minutes.
Good. Thanks, Beth.